Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila Bhakti Rakak Sri Dardev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Welcome to Sri Caitanya Saraswat Mission morning class. Dandavat. I think that should be down. That's way up too high. Right?
No, it captures everything.
I think this should be.
Okay.
Yeah. It's usually down a little bit more.
Is that?
More at eye level.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Chita Parakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrijatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vidhangstam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vidangscha Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Caitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Haribol. It's so nice when the springtime comes and the sun starts coming in this window. You see Tulsi becoming much brighter, so we can. Pretty soon she'll be outside again, happy. And she's happy, I think.
How much sunlight do they require? Like, do they require direct sunlight or?
It's always nice to have some direct sunlight.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's nice to have a south-facing window in the wintertime, which this is full south-facing, but we have a building right there.
Oh.
But anyway, she's continuing to thrive and stay with us. Jai Jai Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhaktivinoda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Okay, now we're continuing to read Sri Caitanya Charitamrita, the Madhya-lila. This is chapter 24, explanations of the Atmarama verse. Page 465 of this volume, this edition. Text 300. Haribo Jai Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Ki Jai Srila Om Vishnupad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Asmin Vane Vriksha Palanti Jai Chehai Taiche Shamba Atmarama Krishna Bhakti Karai. The Atmarama verse is like the sentence, in this forest different trees bear fruit. All Atmaramas render devotional service to Krishna. So grammatically, Mahaprabhu has proven that this is what the Atmarama verse is saying, that all living beings can be described as Atmarama, and they are in many ways, and they are all meant to serve Krishna. That is their full potential. Atmaramascha sumuchaye kahiye chakara munayascha bhaktikare e artatara. After uttering the word Atmarama 58 times and taking cha in the sense of aggregation, meaning the whole thing, one may add the word munaya. So Atmarama cha munaya. That will mean the great sages who also render devotional service to Lord Krishna. In this way, there are 59 meanings. Nirgranta eva hanya api nirdharane Unashashti prakara artha karilum vyakhyane. Then taking the word nirgranta and considering api in the sense of sustenance, I have tried to explain a 59th meaning of the verse. Sarva samuchaya ara eka artahai atmaramascha munayascha nirgrantascha bhajai. Taking all the words together, there is another meaning. Whether one is Atmarama, a great sage, or a Nirgranta, everyone must engage in the service of the Lord. The word purport, the word sarva samuchaya is significant here. It includes all classes of men, Atmaramas, Munis, and Nirgrantas. Everyone must engage in the service of the Lord. Taking the word api in the sense of ascertainment, there are altogether 60 different meanings. Api shabda avadarane sehachari bara chari shabda shange evera karibe uchara. The word api is then used in the sense of ascertainment. And then the word eva can be uttered 4 times with 4 words. Urukrame eva bhaktim eva ahoitikam eva kurvanti eva. The words urukramam, bhakti, ahoitiki, and kurvanti are added to the word eva again and again. Thus, another meaning is explained. Eta kahilu shlokera shasti shankyata arta ara eka arta shuna pramane samarta. Now I have given 60 different meanings of the verse, and yet there is another meaning, which is also very strongly evident. Atma shabde kahe kshetragya jiva lakshana brahmarikita paryanta tara shakti te ganana. The word Atma also refers to the living entity who knows about his body. That is another symptom. From Lord Brahma down to the insignificant ant, everyone is counted as the marginal potency of the Lord. Vishnu Shakti Pada Prokta Kshetra Gyakya Tata Pada Avidya Karma Sangyanya Titirya Shakti Ishyate. Very poor reading. Vishnu Shakti Para Prokta Chetra Gyakya Tata Para Avidya Karma Sangyanya Tritiya Shakti Shate. The potency of Lord Vishnu is summarized in 3 categories, namely the spiritual potency, the living entities, and ignorance. The spiritual potency is full of knowledge. The living entities, although belonging to the spiritual potency, are subject to bewilderment. And the third energy, which is full of ignorance, is always visible in fruitive activities. This is a quotation from the Vishnu Purana. Chaitragya atma purusha pradhanam prakritim striyam. The word Chaitragya refers to the living entity, the enjoyer, the chief, and the material energy. This is a quotation from the Svargavarga of the Amar Kosha dictionary. The word Kshetragya, which means the knower of the field, refers to the living entity, the enjoyer, the chief, and the material nature. Brahmite Brahmite Jadi Sadhu Sangapai. Brahmite Brahmite Jadi Sadhu Sangapai. Excuse me. Shabbatyaji Tabeti ho Krishnera Bajai. The living entities are wandering. I'm so sorry.
Do you need water?
Huh? I do, thank you. The living entities are wandering in different species of life on different planets. But if by chance they get the association of a pure devotee, they give up all other engagements and engage in the service of Lord Krishna. The living entities are wandering in different species of life on different planets. But if by chance they get the association of a pure devotee, they give up all other engagements and engage in the service of Lord Krishna. Shati arti kahalu shaba krishnera pachane, se artahai e shaba udaharane. I have thus explained 60 different meanings, and all of them aim at the service of Lord Krishna. After giving so many examples, that is the only meaning. These are the most wonderful meaning. I have explained 60 different meanings, and all of them aim at the service of Lord Krishna. After giving so many examples, that is the only meaning. So that is the aggregate meaning of all of these explanations. Each one of them is pointing at that fact. And how does that come about in the conditioned living entity? By meeting a sadhu, a great devotee of Krishna. He can begin to reconnect us with the Lord. Akashasti arta ebesh purila toma shange, tomara bhakti vashe utte artera tarange. Now, due to your association, another meaning has awakened. Who's saying this?
Raghunath.
Mahaprabhu is saying it to Sanatana Goswami, right. It is due to your devotional service that these waves of meaning are arising, he's saying to Sanatana. The Lord is saying. Haribol. The word Atma means the living entity. From Lord Brahma down to an insignificant ant, everyone is considered a living entity. Living entities are considered part and parcel, considered part of the Lord's marginal potency. All of them are Kshetragya, or knowers of the body. We each know our own body, right? When they become nirganta, or free, saintly persons, they engage in Krishna's service. That's what they do. When they become free, then they engage in Krishna's service. There's an analogy that Srila